Hi everyone, I am Codero and today I'm going to demonstrate how to construct charts using Excel. So the chart that I'm going to create are the histogram, pie chart, bar chart, ogive chart, and stem and leaf. One common graphing tool is the histogram. It is used to present interval-scaled summaries of discrete or continuous data. It is frequently used to conveniently represent the main features of the data distribution. In creating histogram using Excel, we must first have our data. So here are our data. Click, then drag, then go to Insert. Here, and find Insert Statistic Chart. Click, then histogram will now show. Click histogram, and now our histogram is now created from our data. Let's rename. And here are the intervals of our data. And if you wanted to change the interval, you can simply double click and options on the right side will show. So go to bin width, then type your desired interval. Let's say 10. Then now our interval is now changed. And if you wanted to change the number of bins, just click number of bins, then input your desired number of bins. So this is how we create histogram using Excel. Pie charts indicate percentage at a certain point in time and can be used to display percentage of an entire group. Pie charts do not depict changes over time in contrast to bar charts and line charts. In creating pie charts using Excel, we must have our data. So here are our data. Click, then drag or highlight. Go to Insert, then find Insert Pie or Donut Chart. Click, then options for pie chart will show. 2D pie and 3D pie. Select, and here you can see or we just created our pie chart. So this is how we create pie chart using Excel. One of the many methods for visualizing data so that the reader may easily spot patterns or trend is the use of bar charts. Discrete, continuous, or categorical data are typically organized into class intervals in bar charts. In creating bar charts using Excel, the first thing that we must have is our data. So here are our data. Click, then drag or highlight, then go to Insert, then find Insert Column or Bar Chart. Click, then different options for bar chart is seen. 2D column, 3D column, 2D bar, and 3D bar. Select. After selecting, we can now see our bar chart. So this is how we create bar chart using Excel. To determine the median of a collection of data, an ogive chart or cumulative frequency graph is used. The median value may be quickly determined if the cumulative frequency curves for less than and larger than are both displayed on the same graph. In creating ogive chart using Excel, first we must have our value. So here are our value. We have a bin range, and the values in our bin range are 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, and 100. Here, we can see that an option for ogive chart is not seen or is not present. And in creating ogive chart using Excel, we must have our data analysis. So in order to create ogive chart, the first thing that we must do is go to Data, File, then go to Options, then click Add-ins, and here we can see Analysis Toolpack. Click and then click Go. Click Analysis Toolpack and then OK. Here we can see Data Analysis or Data Analysis is now present. Click Data Analysis. Choose or click histogram, then OK. And now we have to input our range. So click here, click and drag or highlight our range. Then click and highlight our bin range or drag. Then for our output range, Let's choose cell E or column E. Let us not forget to put check on cumulative percentage and chart output. Then OK. Here we can see our graph. So let's change this to algebra chart, as this is now our algebra chart. We delete this or remove this. Then frequency will now become cumulative frequency percent. We need to remove this, and we can also remove the bars. Here we have to set its maximum to 1.0. So in order to do that, we double click. An option on the right side will show. So maximum, let's set it to 1.0, then enter. Here we must put label. So in order to put label, we go to chart elements, click, and then click data labels. So this is now our algebra chart. This is how we create algebra chart using Excel. They can assist you in determining your distribution skewness, central tendency, variability, and outliers. Stem plot is another name for stem and leaf plots. In contrast to histogram, stem and leaf plot shows the actual data, whereas histogram just summarizes it. In creating stem and leaf plot using Excel, we must have our data first. So here are data. Our data must be from lowest to highest. And for our stem, the value of our stem must be in tens numbers. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. In creating stem and leaf, we are going to use a function. So click here. We can just type here or here. So let us type our function. Equals to rep, then quotation mark, space, 0, space, quotation mark, comma, count if, then our range. Click here, drag or highlight, then insert $sign here. The reason that we insert $sign is that in order to retain the range, as we are going to drag it in the later part. Then comma, click stem, value 2 times 10 plus 0, close parenthesis, and n. Since we'd be repeating the same function, we can just easily highlight and then copy, then paste. Then we just have to change this number from 1 to 9. Six and 7, 8, and then 9. And then remove this, and then press enter. And here we now have the value for our leaf. Click this and then drag. Then here we have the complete value for our leaf. This is how we create stem and leaf plots or stem and leaf using Excel.